Alright, what's going on? So today what I'm going to do is we're going to do a unboxing and a review of the Zhiyun. Not sure how to pronounce it, but it's the Smooth Q. So it's a 3-axis gimbal, and I say we're going to do an unboxing, but we're going to do yet another unboxing because there's a lot of them up on the internet. If you're anything like me and you're looking at a new piece of tech, what you do is you go up on the internet and you just search and you do everything you can to find all the information about it. I did that. There's a ton of unboxing videos, a ton of reviews, but I'm going to do another one, and hopefully there'll be a little bit of something you can get out of this one that maybe you didn't see in some of the others. So without further ado, let's get going. I think the first thing I need to do, I need to get something sharp enough to open this box, so let me do that. I think this might be overkill. Let's try something else. That looks better. Okay, so start off by cutting the box open. And it looks like we've got a microfiber cloth. Got the Smooth Q itself. And another box. Let's get rid of that. Alright, so Smooth Q. What you'll see is you've got the Smooth Q box. Looks like it's in actually well packaged. Got some specs on the back. We'll take the cover off that. We've got a smaller box. And inside the smaller box, like Russian nesting dolls, we've got a rather shapely box and some silica gel. This is the strap. You want to wear it like a purse. I probably won't be wearing it like that, but nice to have it if you wanted to. And a charging cable. Some instructions we might need for later. So in addition, and this might be what makes this video a little bit different, hopefully you guys get a little bit more out of it. One of the things that I did is I ordered the GoPro Hero adapter also to be used with the gimbal. So not only will I be able to use this with my smartphone, but I'll also be able to use it with a GoPro Hero Silver 4, Hero 5 Black. I think a lot of them will work with it, so, but we'll get into that in a second. So this is the gimbal itself. It actually feels pretty good. Got a lot of movement on it, which is really nice. Put that back for a second. Let's take a look at this. Okay, wow, this is, it's actually made of metal. It may feel a little bit over-engineered, but that's really nice. So with this, it's about the size of a cell phone, if you will, and the GoPro sits in here, and you clamp it down with this U-clamp. Then you can use the gimbal with your GoPro. Alright, so now we're going to set this thing up, and I'll show you what it takes to get it on and calibrated, and for both the phone and GoPros. What the phone I'm using is a Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge, so I don't think it will fit in. Well, it will. So it'll fit in with the case, although I haven't tried it with the case, so this will be new. So the first thing you want to do is, set the phone in there, and then there is a screw, like a thumb screw here on the back. So you want to loosen that up a little bit, and then this piece slides out, this arm. So you can make the arm a little bit longer. What it's going to do is allow you to move the phone and the whole assembly over a little bit and give it a better center of gravity. So it's actually looked like it's pretty balanced right there. And again, this is my first time trying it with the phone case on. So I've got it where at least it will go sideways. And what I've been doing is just kind of pointing it forward and turning it on until it finds its way. So as you can see now, it is actually doing what it's supposed to do, which is keeping everything nice and smooth. And let me try to log into my phone here. So I'll call up just the native camera app on this one for now. And it's in selfie mode, so it actually is tracking pretty good. I'll get some actual footage from this phone, both with and without the gimbal. And then what I'll do is also get some footage with the GoPro. So on this, if you got a button on the top, this is your power button, and then the button up here is one where if you do it 3 times, it'll actually turn the thing around so you can be in selfie mode. And then doing it again will turn it back. So one click is supposed to be in a mode where it just follows your movement smoothly. If you click it twice, it's supposed to be just locked on a certain location. Then you got the joystick up here also that you can use to go up and down. So I'll have to try it out, actually filming with the case on it a little bit. I've already taken some footage without the case on. It just seemed like the way to go. But by all means, try it both ways with yours. So once you power it off, it kind of just goes in limp mode and gets kind of weird. So just be aware of that. So I'm going to take the phone off now. Let's turn that off. Let's talk about the other piece. So this is the part that you use with this gimbal to mount a GoPro on. Comes with this piece is aluminum. Got a little U piece right here, if you will, also made out of aluminum, and a couple thumb screws. So the way you do that, the way you mount it is take the screws out, take your GoPro and put it into the piece. Then what you're going to want to do is, while you're holding that U on here, on the outside, you're going to want to put these screws back in. And then once you do that, you just tighten it down. And it holds it securely. So when I was testing this out, we actually took it today and went sledding because it's still winter out. So I used the Hero 4, which is not waterproof without the without a case. Actually, this one doesn't even have the waterproof door on it. So without a case with the door that's solid on it. But if you look at this, it won't fit a case on it. So the case is too big. So when you put the camera in the case, won't fit on this. So that's one piece that's kind of like, kind of iffy if you have a Hero 4 or something older. Another part that I guess you could, if you want to be critical on, you can't get the battery door open. So if you're actually shooting and your battery runs dry on one of these, you've got to stop everything, shut it down, take this all the way out of the gimbal, unscrew these, take this out, put your battery in, put it all back together again. Again, that's not rocket science. It's not going to, you know, make me say don't buy this, but it's kind of a pain in the butt. You do have access to the button while it's on here. And on a Hero 4, you have access to the card slot. So if you run out of card, you can put it in, or around memory rather. So that's the Hero 4. And let's do the same thing for this Hero 5 Black I have here as well. Same thing, it's just a bigger camera, and it's actually, there's a groove cut into this piece. So if you look, this groove is actually made just about perfect for the back of a Hero 5. The 6 is the same size. So I don't know if you can tell from that, but it is actually fitting in there quite nicely. So the same concept though, put that U-bar over it, put the screws in, and tighten it down. So you can get to your mode button over here pretty easily. Actually, have your shutter buttons a piece of cake as well. This one again, you can't get the battery on or off once it's in this, but you can. Oh, you know what? This one fits so snugly in there that you can't get the door open for the memory card either. So for this one, if you're shooting and you run out of space on your card, you don't need to necessarily take it all the way off, but you need to loosen it up a lot so that you can get that door open. And I'm sorry. That's my apologies. On a Hero 5 and 6, this is just the USB, so you'd want that open if you were going to try to keep it charged. The card is actually in the battery door, so you're screwed. If you run out of battery power or memory on your card, you've got to disassemble the whole thing and change it out. So, but anyway, again, that's not going to make me say don't buy this. This is actually a pretty cool piece. It's very well engineered. It's heavy. It's made out of aluminum. It's not going to break or anything. So let's put this in the gimbal. So this is a spring. So you just pull these open and then put that in. And it's the same exact concept as with the phone. You've got your little slider here. So you slide that arm out until it's somewhat balanced, which looks pretty good there. I'm going to turn it around myself. And there it is. So now it's tracking just like the phone did. And this worked really well today when I took it sledding. The one thing on some of the footage I noticed, I didn't have this thing, so look at it this way. if you look, I've got a gap in here right now. So when I first did it, I had this all the way slid over to the side. And what that did is, in different angles, if you were in wide angle mode, you might see part of this gimbal in your footage. So just know that, keep that in mind, and before you actually start shooting with it, just move it around, take some sample shots if you will, or even just look through the viewfinder on the back, see if you can see that gimbal part in there, because you don't want that in your footage, obviously, if you don't want to try to crop it out or anything. If you have it this way, so you're shooting this way, at one point I was going down the hill on the sled, and instead of holding it up like this, I was laying down and just held it straight out, and nothing was in the way. So footage worked out great there. But just be careful and be aware that if you have it up like this, that this part might be in the view of the lens. So same thing works here. You got the joystick. Works very well. Now, there's a phone app for this gimbal also that takes the place of the native phone app on your phone. It'll do some more things. There's some panoramic shots that it will take. It's kind of, some things are kind of nice, but in my opinion, I think the best performance you're going to have is using the camera in the device if it's the phone. GoPro can't use the app anyway. So I took some pretty good video with my phone with the GoPro, and what I'll do is I'll show that next to you guys so you guys can see a comparison of the GoPro just being handheld going down the hill, and then also on a gimbal. And there's no image stabilization used in the GoPro footage, inside. So the native image stabilization that there is built into these. I didn't turn it off on here, but you can still see without the gimbal, it's a bit of shaky cam going down the hill. With the gimbal, it's a lot smoother. So I'll show that footage here to close out. So anyway, overall, this thing is actually really awesome. 12-hour battery life is what they say. Here's your charging port. Comes with this cable to charge it, and so I've charged it already once. And then the nice thing is down here at the bottom, it's got such a big battery that you've got a USB port here, so you can actually push that in, have a cable running up, and either put it in the side of your GoPro in this case to charge it or keep it charged, or put it on your phone. So that's kind of nice. And one of the things I might add to this is, I'm thinking if I'm going to do a lot of video from this, what I'll probably do is I'll probably plug my Rode mic into the jack down here on the phone, and somehow get some kind of a clamp where I can have a Rode mic sticking out of it too, just to get better audio. Because otherwise you're relying on the audio that comes, native into a GoPro or your phone, which is not going to be as good as something with an external mic. So anyway, if there's any questions, put them in the comments below. I'll try to answer any questions that I get. If you guys like this, thumbs up, subscribe if you want to. What I'll do is, on the way out with this review, I'll show you that footage I talked about, and that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.